Today we will be creating clay butterflies using lots of different textures and shapes to make awesome designs on our symmetrical butterflies. When you get your ball of clay, roll it together in between your hands to start to warm the clay up. Then put it on your mat and start to use your palm to apply pressure to flatten out your clay and spread out the clay evenly. You'll have to press down with your palm to spread it out so that it is about as thick as a cookie. You don't want your clay to get too thin because it will break when we create our butterflies if it's too skinny. You can see here how it's about as thick as a cookie. If you see there's lots of clay in the middle, try to push it out towards the edge. Keep using your palm to spread the clay out. You'll have to use your muscles to do this. Once you are done spreading the clay out, then you will get your butterfly tracer. If it's not quite big enough, that's okay. It's not a big deal. We can cut your butterfly just a little bit smaller. So you can use a green tool or a wooden tool to trace around the outside edge, just lightly like you're drawing, of your butterfly tracer. You don't have to cut all the way through the clay right away, so just trace around it. Then take your tracer off and push a little bit harder so that you cut all the way through the clay where you traced, setting aside that extra clay that you are cutting off. We'll use that later. So then you're kind of making sure the edges are the way you want it, and take that extra clay and roll it up into a ball and set it aside. Then in your bin you'll find lots of different things that you can use to add texture. So you'll put that over top of your butterfly and press down. Press down so that the texture goes into your butterfly. You can do one side or you can do both sides with texture. There's paper lace that you can press on, and then you might need to move it and put it on to the other side. It's totally up to you, but just make sure you press down to get that texture to print into your clay. Just use one or two texture tools to fill your wings with texture, and when you take them off, just do it very gently so your clay does not rip. Then you're going to take the extra clay and roll something called a coil, which is like a long snake. You can roll it between your palms like I'm doing here, or you can roll it on the table. Then that is the body of your butterfly. Now we can't just set it on top of our butterfly. We have to attach it by doing something called scoring and slipping. What you just saw me do is take a toothbrush, I dipped it in a little bit of water, and I made a texture on my butterfly with the toothbrush, and then I added my butterfly's body to it and pressed down to attach it. You can add other shapes like I'm doing here, any shapes that you want, but anything you want to add to the body of your butterfly, you need to use your toothbrush with a little bit of water, score, slip, and press down so that it's attached. If you don't score, slip, and press down, the things that you're adding might break or fall off. So I'm scoring, pressing down so that they attach to my butterfly. The slip is the glue, which is just wet clay. So all you do is touch your toothbrush into the water just a little bit to score, slip, and press down. You can also use other tools like marker caps or your green tools to add other designs. You can carve texture like I'm doing here, and lines and designs all around your butterfly. So we're attaching our body, we're attaching other shapes and lines, and then you can also carve in to your butterfly to make even more texture and designs. I cannot wait to see what you create today. When you're done, you just take the extra clay to the back table in a ball. You will put your clay on the back table as well. If you need help, just raise your hand and do your best work. I can't wait to see your awesome butterfly designs. Making sure that we're adding texture, and any extra shapes or things that we add, we score and slip. Good luck!